Hola, hola. Hola, bienvenidos a mi canal de Twitch. Volvemos con el modo carrera con el Derby County. En principio es el último episodio y ya ponemos fin a lo que es el FIFA 21 y ya pues, pronto tendremos ya cositas nuevas del FIFA 22. Así que tenemos partido ante el Oporto, partido de vuelta en el que, bueno, ganamos por la mínima al Oporto, entonces tenemos que intentar, pues, sacar un resultado positivo o un empatito. En Liga íbamos bastante mal, porque íbamos como sextos ahora mismo. Pero porque está la cosa muy igualada. Entonces, como al Oporto le ganamos por la mínima, te diría yo de ir un poco con el equipo suplente. Pero siempre y cuando poniendo a a los buenos en el banquillo al menos. Me lo voy a ir así.
The Champions League quarter-final second leg commences.
Bueno, vamos allá entonces.
Danilo Pereira. Shoya Nakajima couldn't hang on to the ball. Fruitful looking at, and he's made headway. Well, good defending, clattered out of there. Chance to play it in. Sibley.
Vamos, señores.
Federico Bernardeschi. Here's Manafa.
El Oporto.
Might be able to produce from this position. Close
Para
but
el juego.
offside nonetheless. Jesus Corona. It's with Danilo Pereira. Wilson Manafa. And teammates to play it to. However, nothing comes of it. So a corner kick it'll be following the deflection. Well, they couldn't take advantage of the chance. Bernardeschi delivering it into the box.
Toquen, señores. Venga, venga, hay que buscar un golito.
Brandon Williams. Definitely look as though they want to make this move count. Well, that's a
Buenísima.
ball over the top.
¿Cómo?
I just missed that little bit of attacking spark. Goalkeeper's ball. And he's in. Well, how about that for a piece of tackling to break things up? So a throw in here. Bernardeschi, real chance. Well, he'll be irked with himself. Ran into an offside position. Williams. Happy to pass the ball, but remaining patient.
A ver si
He's using his strength to good effect.
conseguimos un golito y sentenciamos un poco en la eliminatoria.
Bernardeschi, and here's Danilo Pereira. Inside he goes. The cross is on. And firing it to the near post. Simple for the keeper. Campbell. Second and decisive leg of this Champions League quarter-final, and the second half begins.
Bueno, si en el minuto 60 no marcado, entro.
Campbell. Bird. Sibley. It's opening up for them. Dispossessed there. Tremendous piece of tackling. Now, what can they produce on the flank? Bernardeschi. Ball lost by Porto. This might be ideal for the counter.
Bueno, vamos para adentro.
Just a quick reminder, we have more action from the Premier League coming your way. It's Derby County taking on Newcastle United. Chances on. Cutting the ball back. Well, the attack showed promise, but easy work for the keeper in the end.
Tercero Nelson.
And we're inside the final 30 minutes.
Arriba.
Oh, he's really opened them up here. Just couldn't catch.
Vale, vamos a meter al cambios. Voy a meter a Ida. Voy a meter a Ida. Voy a meter a Parrot y lo trazo. A ver si así metemos un golito y sentenciamos esto.
And a throw in it's going to be. Well, they've decided to make a change. Chance to cross.
Nelson.
Cutting infield here.
¡Vamos! Gol de Ida, que acaba de entrar y marca el Derby County. No defendieron los de Loporto.
Well, in this replay, you're going to see a 2v1 against the keeper. How does that happen? He'll be asking his defense.
Muy solo, muy solo, así que
well, now on aggregate 2-0
sentenciamos la eliminatoria casi.
Pablo Maffeo.
Uy, me fue.
A meaty but fair challenge, and it will be a throw-in. And time for the change now. Boetius. Danilo Pereira. Federico Bernardeschi. What can they do from here?
Bravo.
It's there for him. And he's gone for power. So close to finding the net.
Tuvo el Oporto, Toca el Derby County.
Matt Clark.
Williams. Styles. Balón para Parrot. Parrot para Bert. Bert para Nelson.
Nelson. Oh, he's given the ball away.
Viene el Oporto. Buenísima recuperación del Derby County. De Wayne Rooney.
Bird. Nelson.
Balón para Light.
It might be on for them. Well read to put an end to that attack. Well, far from the ideal pass.
Partido muy bien controlado por el equipo de Wayne Rooney.
From which they could potentially do a bit of damage here. Fruitful looking attack and crossed in the direction of the back post.
Penalti.
Well, a little lucky to get away without a card. Might be his last warning, though.
No, que para mí es al revés. Pero pita penalti, lo va a tirar Parrot. No, ¿qué hace el portero? Lo tira Parrot. Lo rechaza, gol. El segundo del equipo de Wayne Rooney.
See it again here, Derek. He's a bit unlucky, to be fair. I feel for him a bit. He's just fallen in the wrong place, and he pays the ultimate price.
Gol de Parrot, los dos que entraron, Ida y Parrot han marcado 0-2. Veremos contra quién nos enfrentaremos en la siguiente ronda de la Champions, que estamos dando la sorpresa. La sorpresa de nuestra primera temporada jugando a la Champions, y mira dónde estamos.
Wilson Manafa. Well, totaling up all the stoppages, we'll have 2 additional minutes.
Buenísima, Styles. Ponlo para Parrot, espérate que busca un golito.
And they need to get tighter here. A
Ah,
very
qué mal.
timely interception.
Se acabó el partido. Victoria del Derby County que pasa a la siguiente ronda.
Well, you can't say, Derek, they didn't deserve it. By far the better team over 2 legs. All departments of their team was functioning well. The midfield dominated, and up front they were clinical.
In the final analysis, a really positive performance from this man, Lee.
Well, that was a really, really good performance from the lad, and a goal to boot.
Chance to cross.
Veremos a ver contra quién nos podría tocar. Posibles rivales. Vale, bueno, no, hasta que no se vea esto un poco. Vale, partido ante el Newcastle. Vamos a ver esto un momento. Vale, vamos a ver. Yo creo que ya fue el sorteo. Vale, resultados. El Barcelona cayó ante el Paris Saint-Germain 2-3. El Ajax se ha cargado al Bayern de Múnich 3-1. Joder. El Inter se ha cargado al Liverpool 1-4 y nosotros al Oporto 0-3. O sea, nos puede tocar el PSG, que nos va a tocar el PSG, seguro. El Ajax o el Inter. Y nos tocó el Ajax. Bueno, que ojito que podríamos llegar a estar en la final. Aunque, cuidadito porque si el Ajax eliminó al Bayern, por algo será, Partido ante el Newcastle, en el que van a jugar los titulares. Aunque no sé si después hay un partido más así. Aunque, hombre, creo que lo merecen, ¿no? Merecen jugar los dos titulares. Merecen jugar los dos titulares. Simulamos viendo el partido. Y si eso, pues entramos. Frío medio.
And so the match is underway. Nathan Byrne. So a throw in here.
Vamos, señores.
Can they get in behind them and take it away? Jožviak. Buchanan. Excellent ball over the top. And he clears it out of harm's way. What can he do from here?
Gol en propia puerta. Perfecto para nosotros.
Well, that own goal has put them behind. Emil Kraft. It's opening up for them. An authoritative challenge. Shinnie hanging on to the ball in this fashion suits them. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Alas, a wild attempt.
Well, after that effort, I'm not sure whether he's right or left-footed.
Vale, pues por ahora bien.
Longstaff. Moving the ball nicely, trying to carve out the equaliser. Failed to keep hold of it. Jožviak. Tremendous block. What a lovely strike.
Gol de Ida, sí señores.
Drilled home with true conviction. Tremendous goal. So 2-0 now. Saint-Germain. And he's taken it away. Oh, that's a fine pass. A real opening now. And the cross smuggled away.
No, señores.
And it crossed the touchline, so a throw in here. Oh, surely.
El tercero, gol de Nai. Ya con un 3-0. Ush, 3-2. Vale, pues ganamos 3-2. Bien. A ver si en Liga vamos mejorando, coño, que estábamos bastante bien y bajamos bastantes posiciones. Estamos segundos, recuperamos el segundo puesto y tenemos el partido ante el Liverpool. En el que aquí sí vamos a tener que dar a descansar porque si no... Y después tenemos partido ante el Everton. Y después partido del Ajax. Vale. Vamos allá. Partido ante el Liverpool. Tenemos que intentar ganar. Y los vuelvo a poner titulares a los dos, que lo están haciendo bien. Y Lauren, pues, para el banquillo. Que es una putada, pero niño, es que los dos están marcando, entonces... Y el partido se juega. Y el partido lo jugamos entero.
Well, I must say, this stadium falls in the must-visit category for any football fan, should the chance come his or her way. Anfield is the venue. Derek Ray here on the commentary box, joined as always by former Arsenal and England fullback Lee Dixon. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It is Liverpool and they take on Derby County.
Yeah, great to be here. How lucky are we, Derek? We get paid for this. Astonishing, really. Looking forward to a fabulous game. I'm sure the fans are too. Should be great.
Vamos a intentar recuperar esa segunda plaza. Liverpool, Derby County en Anfield. Arranca el partido.
Let's take a look at the Liverpool starting 11. Alisson begins in goal. Davinson Sanchez plays alongside
recuperación del Derby County.
central defense. Thiago starts alongside Marcos Llorente in the
Balón
centre.
para Aida.
And rather than use a strike partnership, they can he finish? Well, body in the way.
El aviso del Derby County.
Fabinho. Well, nothing easily about being the away team coming to Anfield.
Solo ha perdido un partido en Anfield el Liverpool.
Liverpool can be at home.
Yeah, 11 wins in 16 games at home tells you everything you need to know about this team.
Pranay.
They're super proud of that record and they will be busting the gut to keep it going.
Saque de esquina para el equipo de Rooney.
So it'll be a corner and firing it into the area. Andre Wisdom. Buchanan. Well, it looked highly promising, but they got nothing out of it. A really committed challenge, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Thiago. And the pass, a good one. Salah. Options in the middle. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. And given away. Well, a decent position for Liverpool to be in. Could take the lead. And he thwarted the attack with a masterful tackle. Knight.
Balón para Aida. Aida sigue con el balón.
Playing with purpose and control.
Se la quita Virgil van Dijk.
Challenge inside the box. Roberto Firmino. And news of a goal coming through from the Etihad Stadium. Alan McInally has the details.
It's a goal for Manchester City. 22 minutes played. 1-0.
Must take the lead here.
Está ganando el City. Gol, Liverpool.
Well, he's dived forever, hasn't he? He's got that strong hand on it. It's a brilliant save.
Buena. No.
Oh, you don't want to lose the ball in that position.
Al larguero el Liverpool. Sadio Mané la manda al larguero.
Yeah, close indeed. Technique, just leaning back a little bit. That's why it goes so high.
Christian Bielik.
Balón para Aida.
Can they trouble the opposition this time?
Aida para Bielik. No llega.
And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Marcos Llorente. So for Derby County, it certainly was a good performance and result in the last match against Newcastle United. How will they fare on this occasion, Lee?
Well, a win's a win.
Vamos
3-2
para
at
Aida.
home's never a bad result. Not so sure they're going to win today.
Aida para Parro. Qué conexión. Fuera.
Failed to keep himself onside, unfortunately.
Mala suerte.
And take it away.
Balón para Aida. Empezando a tener una buena conexión
Well,
Parro
as we
y
can
Aida,
see, Liverpool enjoying the bulk of possession here, but I don't think the manager or the fans will be too happy with this performance. It's all been a little bit too slow, too pedestrian. They need to find another gear if they're going to go on and win this.
In position to give them the lead, maybe. I don't think in the grand scheme of things he's going to be terribly proud of that headed attempt.
Well, heading practice in training next week, that was pretty average, to be fair.
Far from a good pass. Firmino.
¿Qué hace? Despeja el balón.
And now they're on the attack. Oh, is he going to be punished here? Oh, crucial tackle. Brilliant.
Joder, de verdad.
Tremendous block. And it could be a chance for Liverpool.
Está viniéndose el Liverpool arriba, eh.
Well, the fans haven't had much to cheer about, have they? But a goal here would be huge.
Well, the keeper making sure that was pushed well away from danger.
Fourth official has indicated
How about the cross?
a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
Thiago. Here's Fabinho. And back with Thiago.
viniéndose muy arriba el Liverpool. Nos vamos al descanso. Empate a 0.
The fans are always part of the story here at Anfield, and they get underway. How on earth did the goalkeeper get there?
Well, he's dived forever, hasn't he? He's got that strong hand on it. It's a brilliant...
Uf, ¿qué hago? Vamos acercando. No, metamos a Lawrence aquí y voy a confiar en Balogun. Venga, venga, vamos.
The teams are ready to have a go at each other again as the second half commences.
Shine.
Tom Lawrence. Nathan Byrne. Getting in there to intercept. Thiago. Alexander-Arnold. Fabinho. And Mohamed Salah now. And the decision is one of offside here. And a friendly reminder that we have more action from the Premier League coming up. It's Liverpool facing Arsenal.
Yeah, it's very easy to build a case for those two teams to make that game a real cracker. You should be tuning in for that one.
Alexander-Arnold.
Ahí va Lawrence.
Real danger.
Vamos arriba.
This looks threatening.
Nine.
Can he finish this?
Enchúfala.
And
Corner.
somehow he prevents a goal.
Well, it looked a certain goal, Derek. The agility, the reflex is unbelievable.
Now they're going to alter things. Here's the substitution. Corner kick played in. Just too close to the goalkeeper in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, poor technique really, and the goalkeeper's not troubled.
Graham Shinney. But attacking possibilities. Wonderful piece of tackling. Virgil van Dijk. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Looks as though they might make real progress on the counter-attack. Not so.
Vamos.
It's a good-looking ball in behind. Can they convert? Oh, just mistimed a run and the flag going up. Well, they've decided to make a change. The FA Cup semi-finals, always special, and action for you live here on EA TV. It's Derby County facing Everton.
Yeah, both teams are going to be very nervous for that one, Derek. One more knockout game and you're in the final. I'm nervous for everybody concerned.
Well, let's see if something comes of this.
No.
Well, wasted opportunity here. Would have been a decent chance, but offside the verdict. And with play stopped, they will make the change now. Lawrence. Nathan Byrne. Knight. Promising attack this. And the cross into
¡Remata! ¡Ay, Dios mío, que era un golazo!
Well, to catch it like that, you've got to have really good technique. And oh, so close.
Alexander-Arnold. Here is Thiago. 15 minutes remaining. Mane. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Aubameyang. Now Keita. A chance for him to get in behind, maybe. Well, what an opportunity, but really good defending, you've got to say. Good-looking ball. There could be a chance now. Breaking at pace.
Vámonos. Buchanan.
On the offensive, is there to be late
Vamos, Balogun.
opportunity it is.
Joder, de verdad.
Cover up. And it's a case of just 5 minutes left.
¿Qué pitaste?
And news of a goal coming through from the Etihad Stadium. Alan McInally has the details.
It's a second goal for Manchester City. 5 minutes remain. 2-0.
Thank you, Alan
Otro City nos va a
McInally.
quitar el puesto.
Today's man of the match,
Lindelöf.
number 3, Fabinho.
And Liverpool couldn't hang on to it.
Tom Lawrence.
Playing with purpose
Fourth
and
official has
control.
indicated there will be a minimum of
Must
2
take the lead here. How
Lawrence.
pivotal could that be at this stage of the game?
Saque de
Well,
esquina.
that's a solid save. Really good reactions there.
Well, the attack
Qué pena,
finally
tío.
comes
Merecimos
to-
ganar,
so the
merecimos
final
ganar.
whistle, even Steven in the end, a draw. From the Liverpool point of view, Lee, what did you think of it?
Well, that's what happens when you have expectations and then you don't carry out your game plan with the hunger and determination that it requires. You end up with a very disappointing draw.
Qué rabia, tío.
The fans are always part of the story here at Anfield, and they get underway.
Pues tenemos partido ante el Everton. Partido ante el Everton, la Copa, si no me equivoco son las semifinales. En la Copa Lauren es el máximo goleador, 8 goles, 8 tantos. Pero claro, tenemos partido de Champions, tío. Es que es complicado. Pero en la Copa será muy locura poner a los suplentes. Será muy locura poner a los suplentes, tío. Pero no Sweeney. Sweeney no está para ser titular. Meto a Mengi. Y arriba, pues... confío en Balogun. Venga, señores. Podemos. Lo voy a jugar enterito. Bueno,
Nerves are really jangling now. Just 4 teams left in the FA Cup, and the stage is set for an enthralling semi-final here at Wembley. We have all the action for you live on
jugamos en
EA
Wembley.
TV.
jugamos en Wembley, semifinales de la FA Cup, creo.
Hello and a warm welcome to Wembley Stadium here in London. My name is
Emirates FA Cup, arranca el partido.
Arsenal legend Lee Dixon, and we have action from the semi-final stage of the FA Cup just moments away. It's Derby County facing Everton.
Well, they say the semi-final's a brilliant game to win because it gives you that gold dust of a final round the corner. But I tell you what, having lost one, it's a horrible place to lose. So they'll be a bit nervous out there, the players right now. Looking forward to this one.
Nelson. El equipo de Rooney que quiere estar en esa final.
And here's how Everton line up. Abdoulaye Doucouré plays with Jordan Henderson in the center.
Ya se le escapó la final de la Emirates, no, de la Emirates, no, de la FA Cup. O la otra copa, no me acuerdo ahora el nombre.
And a bad pass it was.
Eso nos escapó la otra semifinal después de que el Newcastle nos remontara el partido. No fuimos capaces de meternos un gol.
Brandon Williams.
Balón para Sibley.
Sergio Roberto.
Trata de defenderse el Newcastle, el Derby County.
Sergio Roberto. Moving the ball forward with purpose. Oh, that's a well-timed pass. He's unable to take the chance.
Aviso claro del Everton, ¿eh?
Well, 0-0. It should be 1-0. It really should.
Bird. Nelson.
Remato.
Taken away.
Uy.
Wesley. Golovin. It's with Doucouré. Henderson. Real chance. And danger still. Well, decent save there. A chance to nudge in front. Corner kick here. And firing it into the area.
Uf.
It had an invitation attached, but he couldn't avail himself of
Mira
the
qué
opportunity.
preciosidad en el Wembley,
Look at him. He thinks it's in, just wide.
Bird did well to win the ball back.
The last 15 minutes, Everton have dominated possession, Derek. Can they keep that pressure on and get the goal their play deserves? They just need to be a little bit more
Recupera el Everton otra vez.
Wesley. It will be now. Sergio Roberto. Now will the cross work out for them? Not all that hard to deal with crosses like that. A foul it most certainly was. Free kick given. Bird. And a throw in it's going to be. Sibley.
Sibley para Balogun, no le llega el balón. No tenemos conexión con los delanteros, ¿eh?
Really nice ball. And he's through. Still a chance. Well, that is a moment he would like to airbrush from history.
Well, he's had an absolute nightmare there. The goal's in front of him. Just hit it.
Bird.
Ahora sí. Ahora sí. Styles. Está el gol. Gol del Derby County. Gol de Styles.
Well, here it is. You have to say they've come under a lot of pressure today. Had to do a lot of defending, but it's a well-taken goal.
A chance to revisit the goal. The opening goal of the game then.
El primero de Styles para dar ventaja a los carneros de Wayne Rooney.
And he takes it away.
Nos vamos al descanso 1-0. Segunda parte. Saca el Everton.
Garavine. Excellent challenge. Sibley. And intercepting it. Just a quick reminder, we have more action from the Premier League coming your way. It's Everton facing Spurs.
Yeah, the fixtures come in thick and fast. Should be a good game, that. Though hopefully that's not the commentator's curse.
And the cross is very much on. Henderson. And now Sergio Roberto. Chance for Iwobi.
Qué paradón de Goodman. Qué paradón de Goodman.
Yeah, he didn't have long to react to that, but you have to praise his reflexes there. Well, you can sense the frustration growing on the touchline, Derek. He knows that was an opportunity to get back into this.
And the substitution will occur now. He's driven in the corner.
Cuidado, Goodman otra vez. Oh, Dios mío. Un saludito para... Hostia, no lo vi. Mexicano normal, bienvenido.
Well, he has, yeah, but it's quite easy for the referees to throw yellow cards around willy-nilly, but not on this occasion.
¿Qué pito penalti? ¿Por qué? Ahí va el Everton. Goodman, ¿qué paradón de Goodman? Goodman, qué bueno es.
To go short. Well, a bit short with the clearance.
Despeja.
Well, they can keep possession of it now.
Tiene Dolan. Dolan está por la banda.
30 minutes. Sibley.
Balón para Bert.
Well read to ease.
Vamos a hacer cambios, que tenemos el partido de la Champions. Voy a meter a Parrot. Voy a meter... Ahí da. Bert se va al banquillo, si así que es titular. Los demás pues me dan un poco igual.
The pressure. It might be perfectly set up for the counter attack, you know. He's in here. Well, they've solved the problem for now, but let's see. A really top-notch piece of defending. Plays it back. Serious miscue in terms of the strike. Easy for the keeper.
No, he won't have an easier shot to save today. That was really awful finishing from the attacker.
Balón para Dolan. Presiona Dolan.
Nice switch of play. Can he play it in? But strong defending.
Muy bien, Mengi.
Well, both teams have had substitutes swarming up, and now both will rely on their respective benches. Played into the center of the box.
No me pites penalti otra vez, tío. Me cago en todo. Qué atraco.
Well, that could be his final rebuke, I think, and the referee's making that absolutely clear.
Well, I like that, Derek. Good refereeing. Nice and strong. Told the player exactly what he was thinking.
And he slots it home with confidence.
Well, here it is again, Derek. The keeper's already on his way. He just waits for him to move and then stops him down the middle.
Even Steven, one apiece on this match.
Empate a 1. Qué injusto, ¿eh?
Inside the last quarter of an hour.
Muy fuerte.
It is to be a throw-in. Iwobi.
Balón para Nelson.
Nelson.
Se va Nelson con el balón.
Rival pegging, but can they change that? Can he make it count?
¡Remata!
Simple catch, really. Gabama. Oh, that's a pass of high quality.
No, sí, venga.
Must take the lead here. Oh, and it goes. The opening goal.
Qué injusticia, de verdad.
A long way from being decided, but it could
Qué
be
injusticia, de verdad.
Well, it's
Qué
really top class
injusticia,
play.
de verdad.
Huge amount of work on the training ground in order to drill a team to be this capable of carrying out pressing football like this. Top draw.
Doucouré. And Pavon. And the electronic board has been held aloft. 3 additional minutes here. Nelson.
Vamos, Parros, por favor.
They get forward, but time is very much against them here. This could level it, but denied by the keeper. And at this late stage in the proceedings, it could be highly significant.
Well, I'm a defender and I loved my goalkeeper, and this defence will love him. What a save.
Takes the shot.
¡Vamos, cojones!
Goal to get them level. And who will be in the final now? It's anyone's guess.
Well, here's the replay. What a time to score, Derek. Kept his cool so late in the game. Easy to snatch at that one. Is there time for a winner?
A chance to revisit the goal.
Well, the happy times are back. The coach is more than delighted by his team's response.
Well, that's it for the 90 minutes, but this is not over, and 2 15-minute periods of extra time to come.
Vamos a la prórroga. A ver, no tengo más cambios, ¿no? Uf, pero espérate, ahora lo tengo todo en ofensiva. Tío, el Lauren tiene que entrar. A ver, espérate. No, voy a poner la formación de antes, de siempre. Equilibrada. Y... Vale, sí, puedo meter un cambio. Voy a meter a Lauren por la... O claro, meto a Lauren por la banda. Meto a Lauren por la banda y ya está.
And so the story continues. The first period of extra time, and no one is leaving.
Well, fitness levels are going to be tested now, Derek.
Well, they must exercise caution standing off as they
Parrot,
are.
que no sabe lo que hacer.
Finding its target. Another perfect position to read it.
Estoy muy loco,
Mariano. Oh, what an opportunity. Well, the pass in behind the defence. Quick thinking from the keeper. And he read it well. I must say, this looks promising. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Not a great
Partido loco,
pass.
tío.
Mariano.
Joder, ese
Opening up the
cachondeo.
door to a potential goal. Well, he did his job defensively.
Vale. Volvemos a
Careless in
perder.
possession.
Bien. Vamos, Ida, por Dios. Styles.
Well, he could really get at the opposition. Opportunity here. Oh, it was a crucial challenge. And the first period of extra time comes to an end. Still level here.
Uf, madre mía, ¿no? Venga, señores, por favor, esto tiene que ser
And so
al menos
15 more minutes.
el primer
We're into
título.
the second period of extra time here. Sergio Roberto. Henderson. It will be now. Sergio Roberto. Here's
Uf, lo mataría, coño. No me había acordado. No tengo más cambios, tío. No tengo más cambios. Es que Styles está fundido. No tengo más cambios. No tengo
Mariano.
más cambios.
It's a good-looking ball in behind. Not to be this
Yeah.
time.
Joder.
And
Lo
a goal
cortaron
at
ahí
this
bien.
stage might well turn out to be
Buenísima, Clark.
decisive.
Bueno, para Lawrence. Que no llega.
Snuffing out the danger. Not giving him a moment's peace.
Sí, es que
Sergio
no quiero,
Roberto.
no quiero ir a la prórroga. A los penaltis, perdón.
Clark. A creative look about this. And we will have just one additional minute. Well, that's a super ball over the top.
Pero nos vamos a ir a la tanda de penaltis.
Husay. But it can't get through.
Si esto no lo remedia, nos vamos a la tanda de penaltis para decidir quién es el otro finalista de la Copa.
And now it is all
Vamos,
about
señores.
the penalty shootout.
Ahí va Lawrence. Lawrence. ¡Gol!
No doubt, head down.
Marca el capitán. Para lo Guzmán.
In it goes.
Well, that's
No.
why players
Empata el
practice
Everton.
penalties in training.
Ahí va Ida. ¡Gol!
Down the middle.
Well, he gambled on the keeper moving and he
Ahí
did.
va Mariano.
He's
Vamos,
got
Guzmán, muy bien.
And one.
Well, he's
Ahí va Parrot, Parrot. Gol. Y Wobby. Fuera, 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 fuera. Nelson. Gol. El Derby County se enfrentará en la gran final de la Emirates FA Cup. Joder, contra los Wolves, si no me equivoco. Talento innato. Pues sí, contra los Wolves se han cargado el City. Vale, pues tenemos partido ante el ante el Ajax, partido de la Champions. Y después nos toca el Leeds, partido de vuelta, Aston Villa, o sea, el partido de liga nos quedaría después el City, el Brighton y los Wolves, la final. Pues vamos allá. Vale, pues nos vamos con el 11 titular. 11 titular para jugar en el estadio Johan Cruyff, si no me equivoco. Y vamos a ir con Ida por aquí. Johan Cruyff Arena.
This is when it really gets tense. Only 4 teams remain in the biggest club competition in the world, and we're not far away from kickoff in the first leg. We have all the action for you live on EA TV. The floodlights are shining down on the players here in Amsterdam at the Johan Cruyff Arena. My name is Derek Ray. With me in the commentary box is Arsenal legend Lee Dixon. And tonight we've got the semi-final of the Champions League coming up for you. It's Ajax, and they take on Derby County.
Well, Derek, with the final so close, really important for both sets of players to stay in the now.
Champions, Ajax, Derby County. El Ajax viene de eliminar al todopoderoso Bayern de Múnich. Así que veremos a ver qué podremos hacer contra este Ajax. Bueno, para Brian. Brian para Parrot. ¡Qué golazo del Derby County! Gol de Tom Lawrence el primero. Como a base de toques hasta contra. Tom Lawrence marca su gol número 4 en la Champions League.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here. Tomáš Tavares. Razvan Marin.
Bueno, para Lawrence, ojo que busca el segundo. Tom Lawrence, gol. Madre mía, este Derby County, ¿qué hace? Otro gol de Tom Lawrence. El Ajax cayendo en casa 2-0. La gran sorpresa de esta Champions, que es la supuesta princesita, el Derby County, que le había tocado en fase de grupo bastante complicado. Hostia, y la final va a ser contra el Inter, que al Inter no le gané ni un partido.
They do pass the ball with authority. David Neres. Here's Promes. Well, he did his job defensively. And this situation could be dangerous.
Saque de esquina para los locales.
And deciding to go short with this one. It's opening up for them. And close but offside nonetheless.
Fuera de juego.
Burn. Bielik.
Bueno, para Shine. Llega Shine.
Useful looking position, you've got to say. Alas, he's made his move too early. Offside.
¿Qué hiciste? ¿Qué hiciste? ¿Qué hiciste? Yo me la lié hasta ahí atrás. Tiene Josiak. Bueno, para Buchanan.
Can they exploit the space out wide? In position, but pressure to cope with. And the ball is
fuera de juego, qué pena, tío, qué pena, porque era un golazo.
Flag has been raised. No goal.
Well, it was close, but he just went a little bit too early.
Well, he's given us away. Could pull one back here. Oh, right in the nick of time.
Bueno, para la hora otro fuera de juego.
Quincy Promes. He's lost it. The pass could do damage.
Abre, busca el hat-trick. Joder.
Corner coming up.
Vamos a centrarla.
Over it comes. No. Strongly fisted away. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Now, what can they produce on the flank? And options in the centre.
Madre mía, Brian.
Now, far from the ideal pass, you've got to say. And still trying to get the shot off.
Buenísima. Nadie con el balón.
Well, Derek, they're not happy. Ref is taking the
Sigue Nadie por la banda, muy solo por la banda.
Opportunity here.
Pasa de la muerte, gol. Tercero.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace in transition. They were so quick to get out from the back, and that eventually leads to what amounts to a simple task of rounding the goalkeeper. 2v1. There's only one winner.
this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline.
(0-3).
David Neres. Here's Williams. Ajax couldn't keep it.
Balón para
And
Parrot.
the electronic.
O
Might
sea,
be a
Parrot
chance here.
con el balón.
Is it going to be?
Otro gol del Derby
Now he
County.
has his hat-trick. A special moment for him.
Que lleva 4.
Well, as we look at this again, the keeper's every right to ask where his back line was, but 2v1 in the end. He's thinking now, is he going to pass or go round me? He's got no chance.
So the whistle then.
Pam, pam,
We're at the
pam, para,
halfway
para, pam.
stage.
Vaya primera parte brutal del Derby County. Bueno, en verdad debería hacer cambios. Debería hacer cambios porque si no... Debería sí hacer cambios. Voy a quitar a Lawrence, que está cansado. Voy a meter a Sibley. Y por ahora eso. Bueno, voy a meter a Bert por Bielik. Segunda parte.
Second half of this
Derby
Champions
County
League
que
semi-final first leg
golea
underway.
0-4. Ha caído al
Graham Shinney,
Johan Cruyff
Buchanan,
Arena. Ha silenciado al estadio, la afición. Y
And
espérate
it's
que
a
viene...
through ball. He just needs
Puede
to
venir
stay
otro.
level-headed now. Oh, it's
Uy, el
cheeky.
puto nana, la paró.
Razvan Marin and Promes. Grafenberg. Just a reminder, we have more absorbing action from the Premier League coming your way here on EA TV. It's Derby County taking on Leeds United.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Always a great atmosphere in that stadium. It should be a really entertaining match.
And he's
Bueno,
gone into
juego.
an illegal position, unfortunately. David Neres. Here's Williams. Ryan Grafenberg. And showing fine vision. And the assistant referee has raised his flag. Offside. Bird. Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. And they're making a change. Perfectly positioned to take it
Recupera
away.
el Derby County. Balón para Nai. Nai sigue con el balón.
Targets available. Cross comes in.
Parrot.
And you need your defender to take charge. And now the delivery. Well, it has come to nothing. And he's in.
Otro
And
fuera.
that
Oh, no
is
sé ni cuántos van ya.
offside. Substitution time it is here. There to win it back. Quincy Promes. Ajax ball lost. Well, they might be
Van para
onto something.
Sibley.
Will he find the net?
Ahora no falla,
Beneath an
gol.
avalanche of goals.
Gol,
No
el
mess up
quinto
here.
gol de Sibley. Y antes, ya en total, vamos a meter a Ida y a Balogun. No tenemos más cambios. Pues ahí da. Y si nada cambia, el Derby County estará en la final de la Champions. Veremos a ver si es contra el Inter o contra el... Uy. Si contra el Inter o contra el Paris Saint-Germain. A ver, queda el partido de vuelta. Muy mal lo tengo que hacer para que me remonte un 5-0. Muy mal hay que hacerlo para que nos remonten 5. Digo yo. Ah, que sí. Y son las semifinales de la Champions. Pero es que ellos, el Ajax venía de golear por 3-1 al Bayern de Múnich, ¿eh? Entonces no entiendo este bajón. Vamos a Shine. Oh, penalti. Penalti. Penalti, penalti, penalti. Y tarjeta roja. Uf, de guarro, ¿eh? Fue a lesionar. Olvaida. Y da gol. El sexto en unas semifinales de la Champions. Brutal. Brutal. ¿Por qué estás enviando eso? Porque te baneo y ya está.
David Neres. Ryan Gravenberch.
Ojo la recuperación. Brian.
Good movement.
Ojo y da.
And the challenge halts them in their tracks. So a personnel change then. And teammates to play it
Ay,
to.
Dios, qué mal.
We have entered the final minute of normal time. So 3 minutes of stoppage time it'll be.
Trata de recuperar el Derby County. Ojo, Bert.
An
Sibley.
incisive pass. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football.
El séptimo. No entiendo lo del Ajax. No entiendo nada lo del Ajax.
And the referee blows his whistle. That is the end of the contest. And a fine result for the away fans. And if they can repeat. He's in here.
No, pero es que está la misma dificultad de siempre. Pero no lo entiendo. 0 tiros a puerta y eso que puede haber metido más. Vale, pues... A ver cuántos partidos me quedan. 4. Me quedaría 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y 6. Sí, hoy termino el capítulo y cerramos ya el FIFA 21. Plan de desarrollo, premio, no vamos al día, esto no. Vale, vamos entonces con el partido ante el Leeds United, puesto 17, por lo que aquí puedo poner los titulares y suplentes en el siguiente partido. Lo único que Y da para que salga la segunda parte. Lo simulamos viendo y ya está. Tun, 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 tun. Bueno, a ver si empieza el partido ya.
And the match begins. He's using his strength to good effect. Josh Timon. Creswell. Otavio. Well, can they prize them open now? Elder Costa. And he read it well. That is how to apply the pressure. Oh, big chance. It has to be, surely. A smart stop here. And that will be a corner. Taking care of business defensively here. It did look on for them, but not to be. He's got the right idea with that pass. That's all they can conjure for now. Potential danger here. And pulled back.
Cuidado.
Oh, tremendous block. That's a lovely ball. Every pass hitting its target. Easy meat for the goalkeeper. Lawrence. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Throw-ins given. Splendid defending, and it needed to be. It's opening up for them. Buchanan. Passing it around, looking for the goal.
Lo dicho, si en la segunda parte, los primeros minutos no marcado, entro.
And space for them here on the flank. Timon. Well, that'll be a free kick. And fired from the flank into the area. And you need your defender to take charge. Creswell. Elder Costa. Will he play it in? Well, pass after pass, maybe they can chisel an opportunity. And there's the feed into the box.
Vale, vamos a entrar. Vamos a entrar porque nos está costando. Y hombre, me interesa ganar. Porque no quiero acabar quinto.
The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half. Shinny.
No, señores. Vamos hacia acá.
And delivered to
¡Lo mata!
the back post.
¡Ay!
Well, he seemed to catch it on the wrong part of his head. Just a reminder, we have more absorbing action from the Premier League coming your way here on EA TV. It's Leeds
Bueno,
United.
para Parrot.
Real chance.
¡Ah!
Oh, he did superbly well to get back
Quita de
there and
pegarle ya.
thwart him.
Cuidado.
Running room in the wide position. Creswell.
Buenísima. Vámonos. Vamos, Lawrence.
Promising sequence. Can he get them in front?
¡Oh!
Still alive. And the flag has gone up. Offside. Calvin Phillips. Can they take advantage?
Buenísima.
And the challenge, crisp and clean.
Tiene Shine.
Tom Lawrence. And 30 minutes left for play in this match. Read it well. creative look about this. Well, far from the ideal pass, you've got to say.
Well, Derek, there's nothing between these two teams in terms of possession. Can someone take control of this game? Take a few more risks? Hopefully we'll see a goal soon.
Knight.
Brian.
Still pushing for that goal that would see them forge ahead. Really good chance.
Me quitaron el tiro, joder. A ver, vamos a hacer cambios. Vamos a hacer cambios. Voy a meter a Sibley. Voy a meter a Ida. Voy a meter a Styles.
Challenge.
Venga, señores, vamos, vamos, vamos.
Otavio. Calvin Phillips. Now, what can they produce on the flank? And a good-looking ball. Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. A chance to nudge in front. Corner kick here. And they've decided that the time is right to make a triple substitution. Punching it clear. I'll tell you what, when the keeper looks lost as he was there, you've got to be ruthless.
Well, big target, big chance, big flop.
Ida, balón para Josiak. Llega
Josiak.
Josiak. Bien. ¿Qué
Now,
hace?
real difficulty keeping the ball. Really nice ball. Elder Costa. Will it lead to the goal that puts them ahead? Crucial intervention just then amid impending danger. Played into the centre of the box.
Bien.
The end product just wasn't there.
Vamos.
10 minutes left.
Vamos,
Opportunity
Ida.
it is. Well, they're certainly thinking about a winner. Can he finish? Just cleared
Joder, de
away in the
verdad.
nick of time. The high press was very much on. Breaking at pace.
Cada vez que hacemos un muy buen partido de la Champions, luego pinchamos. Ya lo tengo comprobado.
The attack continues. They're making considerable progress. Well, that's one for them to pursue.
Y casi siempre con un equipo que está mal.
Reflexes and danger averted. And over comes the corner. Well, the header, but a comfortable save for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, he has to do better than that. I could have saved that, Derek.
The referee has indicated
And the referee has added on 2 minutes of
Vamos.
stoppage time.
Vamos, Nai,
And
corre.
they've lost possession of the ball. On the offensive, is there to be late excitement? Well, that's how to do it
La
inside
pierdo,
your
tío.
own penalty area. And so the final whistle is sounded. At the end of the game, the team's not
Qué
to be
rabia, de
divided.
verdad.
Lee, from the point of view of the hosts, how did they fare?
Well, Derek,
Triste
all you
empate.
can do as a defender is aim for a clean sheet and then just hope the forwards outdo themselves and bag a goal for you. It's not their thing normally, we know that, and it's proved true again today.
Voy a poner los suplentes. Pero lo único que va a ser que... Uf. Venga, Parro titular.
And they get the ball rolling in the second leg of this Champions League semi-final. Oh, tremendous vision. Nelson. It looks promising. And thwarted there following the cross.
Tiro libre de Nelson. Vamos a probar el tiro libre. Vos, que va el tiro libre de ahí, una mierda.
Brandon Williams.
Bueno, vamos a seguir con la simulación, que total es un 7-0.
Now with promise. Jethro Willems. David Neres. Tomasz Tavares. And unable to keep possession. He's very adept at protecting the ball. Bird. What can he do from here? He has time to play it over. And a throw-in it's going to be. Quincy Promes. Good movement. Well, it could be on for him here. And a big moment because the referee has pointed to the spot. Penalty coming up. Well, that could be his final rebuke, I think. And the referee... Oh, he's guessed correctly.
Falló el Ajax.
And they do like to press whenever they can. Over the touchline for a throw-in. Dangerous looking attack. Oh, surely. Nicely saved. Well, he's given a corner, the referee. Not too fussy in clearing his lines. Wide of the target, and he's going to be disappointed.
Disappointed? Wow, it's a shocker. He should be doing a lot better than that.
Promes. Martin. Can they take advantage? Moving forward effectively. A foul, but advantage played. And a decent delivery. David Neres. Can he put it away? Promes!
Gol del Ajax.
What will it is? They've been pushing for the opener, and now they have it. 1-0 then. Under pressure. Doesn't seem to be bothering him. Making progress. And he's through here. And still an opportunity.
Venga, seguir.
Underway in the second half of this Champions League semi-final second leg.
Firmo, total. Pero vamos por la mínima, da igual. Estamos en la final de la Champions. Y nos enfrentaremos al Paris Saint-Germain. nos enfrentaremos al todopoderoso Paris Saint-Germain. Pero antes tenemos partidos de la Premier. Nos queda partido ante el Aston Villa, ante el City, Brighton, creo que es. 4 partidos en la Premier League. Premio por torneo. Lo voy a ver directamente. Espero que al menos podamos sacar una victoria.
And the contest begins. Breel Embolo. Marvellous Nakamba. And now it's with Embolo. Nathan Byrne. Knight. Byrne. Lawrence. Graham Shinney, and that puts them in position. What a genuine opportunity, but it was squandered. Goal kick. Florian Grilic. An unforced error, you've got to say. Still pushing for the goal that would put them ahead, but not forcing it. Looks promising, this. And simple for the keeper. And that's going to be the goalkeeper's ball. Perfectly positioned to take it away. Jack Grealish. Grilic now. They're certainly allowing their opponents to come onto them.
Cuidado,
Fully stretched, somehow reaching it. The referee has given a corner. Nakamba. Can he play it in? Konsa. Grilic now. Real danger. Making use of his physical strength to hang on to it. It comes to nothing in the end. Buchanan. Shinney.
Bien,
Knight.
por la otra banda, Knight.
Maybe from the wide position. They do pass the ball with authority. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly.
Segunda parte. Dios, que ya la Premier pues ya la perdimos.
Plenty of talking points so far, and now the second half is underway. Tom Lawrence.
Tom Lawrence.
Well, couldn't quite find his teammate. Grealish. Doughty defending to win the ball back. Excellent ball over the top. Making sure nothing untoward happened. Superb tackle. Alexis McAllister. And Grealish. Well, he's allowed his opponent to get past him. Can he finish? And a goal! 1-0 it is.
Tío, de verdad, es que no podemos hacer nada bien.
And now they have it. 1-0 then. Nathan Byrne. Knight. Bielik. Well, this could pose problems for the defenders. He's managed to get in behind. Really important tackle. Well, there's no getting away from it. This is the man so many people have been focusing on ahead of this particular game.
Ay, de verdad no podemos hacer nada bien, nada bien, nada bien. Si me lo metí ahí, da, tío.
The rumours are true. He is going to end his wonderful career at the end of this season. And what a loss for the club that is bound to be, Lee.
Well, legend is a very overused word in my book, in football, but this guy deserves that label. He'll be sadly missed next season for sure. How do they make up for him not being there? Looks like the transfer window for me.
Well, it's come down to the final 20 minutes here. Andrea Conti. Florian Grilic. It's with Douglas Luiz. Pure ball control. Defensive efficiency personified. Nathan Byrne. That's how to rob them of possession. A change to the scoreline at the King Power Stadium. A goal there. Let's hear about it from Alan.
It's a second goal for Leicester City. 78 minutes played. 2-2.
Thanks as ever for the update, Alan. Jack Grealish. And they are on the move again. Well, they did have possession of the ball, but all that good work now counts for nothing. Knight. Delightful pass. It's got to be. How about this for drama? All even once more. Astonishing.
Well, as we see again, that's how to score goals. Get the ball into the box from wide areas. And the timing to get this spot on. Yes, it needs a bit of luck, but boy, does it need skill as well. It's a brilliant goal.
Florian Grilic. And it's a case of just 5 minutes left. And the search goes on for a winner. Time is tight. And space to attack. Knight. Really vital interception here. The referee has decided there will be just 1 minute of added time. Andrea Conti. Well read to win possession back. And that is that, the final score here. And it's
1. Partido ante el City. Partido ante el Manchester City. City Derby County.
All eyes on Antoine Griezmann, in imperious form and the leading marksman in the league. Can he add to his total today on EA TV? Well, I must say, very agreeable conditions here at the Etihad Stadium. I'm Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary by former Arsenal fullback Lee Dixon. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It is Manchester City and they take on Derby County.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. Real pleasure to be here. Looking forward to this game. Players will be a bit nervous. I was always nervous at the start of games. It's important you get your first pass off to your colleague, maybe get a good tackle in, settle the nerves down. Looking forward to a good game here.
That's a good-looking ball. Sterling. Will he play it in? Couldn't keep it.
Recuperación.
Introducing the starting players for Manchester City. Ederson between the posts. Aymeric Laporte starts alongside Clément Lenglet in the centre of defence. Oyarzabal plays with Raheem Sterling out wide. And the lead striker today is Antoine Griezmann. Well, he could run onto it here. And he thwarted the attack with a masterful tackle. Well, here's the table, and they have time on their side. They know, in fact, that with a draw in this game, they'll be guaranteed to be in the Europa League next term.
Well, you know, Derek, it's the fans I feel for at this stage of the season. Europa League place would be really fine reward for them this season. All that travelling, etc. Still work to do, but you feel it's inevitable.
Andre Wisdom. And a goal has gone in at Goodison Park. Let's get details from Alan McInally.
It's a goal for Everton. 18 minutes played, 1-0.
Thanks as ever for the update, Alan. Rodri. So for Derby County, a draw it was in the last game against Aston Villa. What's in store? Griezmann! The opportunity was there, but he got it wrongly.
Well, even I would have scored there. He's had an absolute nightmare.
They're getting right on top of their opponents and winning it back. Really bright-looking attack. The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. Oh, just over the top with a nicely played free kick.
Well, he'll have practiced that time and time again on the practice ground. Just over.
Buchanan. So many qualities to admire as regards Antoine Griezmann. Lee, what do you expect to see from him?
Well, he's been in fine form in the league, as you can see the stats. It's going to be a real test for that back line today.
Can he give them the lead?
Vamos, gol del Derby County, gol de Parrot.
Now they can celebrate.
Well, here's the replay, and the little 1-2 is superb. And then the composure is impressive as he smashes the ball with all he has to beat a forlorn goalkeeper. Brilliant strike.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here.
Un saludito para Depay. Bienvenido, ¿qué tal?
Still behind, but the pressure mounting.
Estamos ganando al City de Guardiola.
Good physical play. Terrific block there.
Vámonos. Vámonos por la banda. Se van ahí con el balón. Vamos a la contra, ¿eh?
But when they've had the ball, they keep delivering the sucker.
Oh, big opportunity.
Qué golazo. Qué golazo, qué golazo, qué golazo. Cómo le pegó Parrot. Qué golazo, cómo le pegó Parrot. ¿Cómo le pegó Parrot?
Well, let's look at this again. Magical football on the break. Surprise is the key, and still with lots to do. He unleashes a very powerful effort. Gave the keeper little chance. Lovely goal that was.
Octavo gol en la Premier League. Pierde el City 0-2.
Well, to be blunt, a mess of a performance up to this point. How can they improve, Lee?
Well, the City coach will be desperately racking his brains on what to do next. Things need to change and need to change quickly. Half-time could be the welcome break from this performance.
Oh, that's a well-timed pass. Looking confident with the ball at his feet. Can he make it count?
Ah, se me fue muy largo el pase, tío.
And of the bravest order as well.
Well, it's not all about tipping balls over the bar and round the post. It's about being brave and diving at players' feet.
Parro.
Plenty of players waiting in the middle.
Más centro, Parro remata, no hay remate.
That is that for the first half here.
Vale. Muy buena primera parte, sí señor.
Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Shini. Jožviak. Very clever read. Casemiro. Well, pressing really high.
Está Lauren bastante cansado ya,
Over the touchline for a throw in.
Vamos a hacer cambios. Voy a quitar a Lawrence y voy a meter a Sibley. Venga, que Sibley lo está haciendo bien.
Christian Bielik.
Shine, gol, madre mía, Shine.
The goals keep coming. No stopping them today.
Well, this is worth another look, Derek. Lovely movement and guile to easily evade the defender. And when he gets through to the keeper, he just smashes it past him and gives him no chance to think. A lovely finish.
Oh, he's given it away.
Toca el equipo de Rooney.
And he's in.
Bueno para Jožviak.
A really top-notch piece of defending. And that is going to be a free kick.
Oh, no.
The referee might well have been tempted to book him for that. Resisted the temptation.
To be replaced by
Shini.
number 24, Piqué.
Well, that's how to do it defensively. Casemiro there. Angelino. Half an hour remaining then. And they have possession again. Don't forget, we have more live action from the Premier League coming up here on EA TV. It's Manchester City facing Aston Villa.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. Always a great atmosphere in that stadium. It should be a really
entertaining
entertaining
los de
match.
Rooney. Cuidado el
Well, he'd be disappointed if he didn't take that one cleanly. A fine reading of the situation. I understand there's been a goal in the Everton match. Alan McInally.
It's a third goal for Everton. 69 minutes played.
Recorta distancias Antoine Griezmann. Vamos a hacer cambios. Va a entrar Ida y voy a meter a... Es que Style, tío. Style lo hace muy bien. Recorta distancias Griezmann.
Well, here's the replay, and as we can see, the defence can't cope with the through ball. And sometimes, with all the time in the world, you can fluff your lines, but he composes himself and slips it past the keeper beautifully.
No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1. Well, it's come down to the final 20 minutes here. Wisdom.
Uf, el City está presionando muchísimo.
The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. And the free kick not far off at all.
Technique. Just look at this technique, and he's inches over.
I'm delighted to say more Premier League action coming up for you here on EA TV. It's Derby County taking on Brighton.
Yeah, that looks a great matchup, doesn't it? Looking forward to some fast-flowing football there.
And taken away. Well, they might be
Balón
onto
para
something.
Sibley.
He's managed to get in behind. Will he finish?
Otro gol del
There it
Derby
goes,
County.
to rubber stamp it once and for all.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely through ball to set up the chance. And once he gets himself settled with the keeper to beat, he hammers it into the back of the net. Smashing goal. Oh, to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room if it stays like this, Derek. He's not happy. Just look at him.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now.
Uf, Tanganga.
Foden. Angelino. Getting news of a goal in the
Vale,
Everton game.
está recuperado, está
Alan?
recuperado.
It's a goal for Chelsea. 5 minutes remain. 3-1.
Puto Chelsea ganando también.
And that was a very fine read. Now a potentially dangerous position for City. But he could run onto it here. And he's gone into an illegal position, unfortunately. Sibley. Shinnie. Oh, a lovely ball.
Mira.
And he's in. A
Madre
goal!
mía.
And
Madre mía, la manita que le acaba de caer al City.
very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. And he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal.
A glut of goals. 5-1 it is. And a tidy ball. Looking confident with the ball at his feet.
Oyarzabal. Se acabó el partido.
And now, at the very least, we know.
Victoria. Victoria y goleada. Y goleada, sí señor. Estamos con 66 puntos, 66, 69, o sea, no llegaríamos. Y es la última jornada. Es la última jornada y tenemos que estar pendientes de lo que pase en el partido ante el... Bueno, vamos a ver el Chelsea contra quién juega. Vamos a ver el Chelsea contra quién juega. El Chelsea juega contra el Leicester. Deberíamos de ganar.
And so the battle commences. Graham Shinnie. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. Moving the ball nicely, looking for that final pass. A chance to whip it in. Pass after pass, keeping their opponents moving. Well, he could really get at the opposition. Unable to get a body in the way. Looking for that final pass. Looking for the goal that would put them ahead. Ball's gone. Christian Bielik. Graham Shinnie. Bielik. Now, let's see what they can do here. This looks promising.
Bueno, señores.
Oh, marvellous save. Great goalkeeping. And the keeper making sure that there were no scraps to feed on for the attackers. Getting news of a goal in the Chelsea game. Alan?
It's a goal for Chelsea. 29 minutes played. 1-1.
Joder,
Thanks,
puta Chelsea. Ah, bueno, empata uno, vale.
Lawrence. Bielik. Too much pace on that particular pass. Got to it easily, the keeper.
Bueno, señores, solo un golito,
Well, the
solo un
referee
golito.
left with no alternative. Compelled to stop play. Well, following that stoppage, the referee will restart the game with a drop ball. And the flag does go up. Must have been close. And unable to keep possession. On the offensive, Bissouma. Defensive Brazilians to shut them down. Lawrence.
Voy a entrar a la segunda parte.
Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Tino Cadewere.
Bueno, señores, un golito para acabar cuartos de la clasificación. Una muy buena temporada en la que nos queda ahora mismo dos finales. La final de la Champions, sorprendentemente, y la final de la FA Cup. Vamos. Tiene Parrot sigue luchando con el balón. Busca meter uno. Se le quitan a Parrot.
Well, there is nothing quite like the FA Cup final, and you'll be able to see it live right here on EA TV. It's Derby County facing Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Well, there's few better days on the football calendar than the FA Cup.
Vale, vamos a hacer entonces cambios. Vamos a volver a confiar. Vamos a confiar otra vez. Entra Sibley al terreno de juego. Entra Styles. Son los dos primeros cambios.
Cup final at Wembley. What a final it promises to be as well. Can't wait for that one, Derek.
So making the substitution now. Tau. Might be onto something with that ball. An attack full of promise. Really vital interception here.
Nice.
Oh, nice ball over the top to chase. Looking for that final pass. Looking for the goal that would put them ahead.
Styles, saca de esquina.
His body on the line. Will this corner bear fruit for them? And firing it into the area. Oh, no end product. Oh, a vital interception.
Aún no tenemos novedades del partido del Everton.
Play advantage. Not much defensive cover there on the flank. Options in the centre. It might be on for them.
Bueno.
This looks promising. Now, will the cross work out for them? Well, thumped clear.
Vámonos, Nai.
Sibley.
Vamos, balón para Parrot. Parrot con el balón.
Still a chance.
Ay, era perfecto.
Cabral. And it's a matter of what occurs in the final 15 minutes. At times they make passing look easy. Can he put them in front? And he struck the post. A goal it is. At long last, they've broken the deadlock.
Well, it's been so close this game. Tactics have played a part. Now they're going to have to change the tactics and see what happens.
Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider. Sibley. Nathan Byrne.
Come on.
And here they come, still pressing for an equaliser. And just slightly offside.
Espérate. Si vamos a perder y vamos a perder el puesto. Artur Cabral.
Østigård. Effective looking pass.
Pierde el derbi Conti, que puede acabar en quinta posición.
Buchanan. Graham Shinney. Sibley. How can they turn one of these attacks into a goal? Shinney. Knight.
Sibley, gol. Vamos.
Well, here's the replay. What a time to score, Derek. Kept his cool so late in the game. Easy to snatch at that one. Is there time for a winner?
Even Steven, one apiece in this match.
Dije, tenía confianza y Sibley ha empatado el partido. En principio, el empate.
And so the final whistle is sounded. At the end of the game, the teams not to be divided. Lee, from the point of view of the hosts, how did they fare?
Well, it was a tight game, that's for sure. They won't be too disappointed with a point. Both teams cancelling each other out. They did keep playing right to the end, though, which is a good sign.
In the final analysis, a really positive performance from this man, Lee.
Well, he left it late, the lad, didn't he? But he came good for his team in the end.
Must be!
Coño, no me dio tiempo de mirar el Chelsea. A ver. Final de la Premier League. Vale, de puta madre. Acabamos cuartos. Bien. Vale, yo vengo. Bueno, vamos a por estas dos finales. Vale, pues vamos a jugar la final de la Copa con nuestro 11 titular en la Emirates FA Cup. La Emirates FA Cup. El único cambio va a ser que va a entrar Ida. Vamos allá, señores. Penúltimo partido que nos toca jugar.
A wonderful scene here at Wembley. An ocean of fans descending upon the stadium for what promises to be an absolutely riveting FA Cup final. Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live here on EA TV. At long last, the wait is over. A warm welcome to Wembley. This is Derek Ray, joined in the commentary box by Lee Dixon. And we're approaching kick-off time in what promises to be a spectacular FA Cup final. It's Derby County versus Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Qué bonita la Copa.
Well, I'm biased because I'm English through and through. What a special place for a cup final this is. I absolutely love this place, and those players are in for a real treat. What a chance to put your name up in lights. Really looking forward to this, I really am.
Vamos, señores, arranca la gran final de la Copa de la Emirates FA Cup del Derby County y los Wolves. Derby County que podría conseguir su primer título en la era de Wayne Rooney. No consiguió el del ascenso. Pasó como segundo, si no me recuerdo mal.
Lawrence.
Parrot.
Take the lead here. Pivotal moment defensively.
Estamos en Wembley.
So a throw in here.
Cuidado con Diata.
Shinnie. If you've been reading the newspapers, the internet or social media, you'll have been reading a lot about Nicolas Otamendi, and the reports have been confirmed. He's decided to end what has been a brilliant career at the end of this season. A huge loss for the club, you've got to say, Lee.
Well, how do you feel that gap, Derek? Such a great player, a senior pro. Pros like him with his CV are worth their weight in goal, a manager's dream. He'll be sadly missed.
Firing it towards goal.
Ay,
Tremendous
Dios.
block. Space for Wolves out wide. Here's Burigo. There to win it back.
Josiak.
Can they take the lead? And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time.
Esta gran final de la Emirates FA Cup. Varias ocasiones ya, pero por ahora 0 goles.
Suat Serdar. And he might be through here. And a goal! The first of the contest.
Well, it's always best to get your nose in front in the final. Really puts the pressure on the opposition.
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here.
Bielik. Está perdiendo el equipo de Rooney en la gran final.
Lawrence. Josiak. And possession given away.
Well, as you can see, Wolves haven't had too much of the ball, but again, we've seen it before, we'll see it again. Their counter-attack play has been absolutely fantastic. Pace really hurts defences, and they've got that in abundance.
Saque de esquina.
Corner to Wolves as they try to press home their advantage. And a fine cross, able to deal with the threat. Dyer. Is this the
juego, ¿no?
An opportunity to increase their advantage squanderedly.
Well, yeah, he's missed it, and he's missed it really badly.
No me gustan nada los estadios así, con el sol.
Graham Shinney. Josiak. Chance to attack using
Chanan.
width. And options in the centre.
¿Qué haces, tío?
Graham Shinney. This could square the game. Oh, a tremendous block. Closing down well.
Te merecemos un empatito ya, ¿eh?
No mistake by the keeper. He made it
venga, todos los rechazos para los Wolves. Barrenechea.
Well, there is going to be stoppage time, but only the 1 minute.
Balón para Josiak. Josiak se va por la banda.
Well, it could be on for him here. Can he convert?
¡Vamos! Parrot.
Well, it's the sort of determination and desire that's got them here. All the momentum is with them now. Well, here's the replay. He's done really well to get his head up and pick out a teammate. And then from there, the keeper had little chance. 2-on-1, left completely exposed, and it made for a simple finish in the end.
And the whistle is sounded for... The two teams have switched around and are ready now for the second half.
Presiona el Derby County, lo tiene Shine.
Lawrence.
Toma Laura, falta.
And a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation?
Le quiere pegar Lawrence, le pega. Corner.
Well, a chance here perhaps to invigorate their aerial targets. And clears his lines. And good pressure high up the pitch. Giving it a try.
Uf,
and
fuera.
over the bar. Excellent effort it was. Dan Axel Zagadou. Burigo. Well, it is an occasion never to be missed, and you'll see it live with us right here on EA TV.
La gran final de la Champions.
It's Derby County versus Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, as finals go, Derek.
Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Well, he's done really well with his angles there. Good reactions too.
Vamos, Bielik, llegas.
Bielik.
¡Lawrence!
Well, good defending.
Hijo de mí.
Clattered out of there.
¡Lawrence otra vez! ¡Vamos! El capitán. Marca el capitán Tom Lawrence. Que no encuentro nunca a Rooney para celebrarlo con él.
Well, here's the goal again, and he's just been caught napping, hasn't he? Had his pocket picked and rightly punished. Schoolboy stuff.
Well, as they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs.
Number 10, Tom Lawrence.
Odson Edouard. Here's Burigo. Nelson Semedo.
Nelson Semedo.
Eric Dyer.
Eric Dyer.
On to Zagadou. Nelson Semedo has it. It's with Burigo. Now Dyer. Possession changes hands. The interception there. And now passing it through. Could be.
¡Vamos!
To increase the lead.
Otro gol de Parrot, gol del Derby County que remonta el partido.
Well, you tell youngsters in that position just to hit the target. You can't score unless you do. And on this occasion he does, and he scores.
Slightly different vantage point in terms of the goal that was scored. No shortage of goals in this match. 3-1.
Se va a llegar el primer título en la era de Wayne Rooney.
Diatta.
Yo mínimo quería ganar un título.
Space for Wolves
A
out
ver,
wide.
quiero ganar la Champions, claro.
And fine use of the ball.
Pero en vista, ya contas el París.
Possession given away, unfortunately. Nathan Byrne. Christian Bielik.
Madre mía,
Playing
Lawrence.
with purpose and control. In position.
Madre mía, Lawrence, lo que acaba de hacer.
The lead just gets bigger. Surely they can't let this slip now.
Well, Derek, take another look at this now. There's nothing much really the keeper can do. It was good play to get in that position. He's not going to miss from there.
Well, if
Tom
there
Lawrence, que es
were
el
any
capitán,
lingering doubts
será el
about
encargado de
the
levantar
outcome,
el
surely
trofeo.
they now have been removed.
10, Tom Lawrence.
Just 10 minutes to go. Eric Dyer.
Uy, de presión al
Here's
equipo de
Burigo.
Rooney.
And take it away.
Ah, me quitó.
Well, 5 minutes remaining, but you just feel this is over already.
Balón para Parrot, que no llega por
Getting in there
poco.
to intercept. Issa Diop. Well, they're trying to get right into his face. There to take it away. And they've won possession again. On the ball, Diop. Just the clearance that was needed. Knight.
Parrot.
It might be. Oh, good work by the keeper.
Se acabó.
Se
Se acabó. Se acabó. Se acabó. Se acabó. Se acabó. Campeones. Nuestro primer título.
And Lee, memories are being made.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter how much money you've got in the bank. Players will always look back at moments like these. These moments where you pick trophies up,
Nuestro primer
win
título.
medals. Absolutely brilliant for this group of players.
Yep, you can see what it means to this tight-knit team.
Como para
Real
encontrar ahora la
solidarity.
camisa.
Well, it's these moments, Derek, when you get your hands on the silverware and that little medal that goes round your neck might seem small now, but you look back at that, show your grandkids. Absolutely superb memories these players will have of this game.
Yes, a special moment in the career of any footballer. And now for the trophy lift itself.
Ahí va todos lados. Campeones.
Yeah, it's been a long, old road to get to this point. They're going to celebrate now and certainly celebrate long into the night, I think.
Llegó el momento de
There's
ponerse
always the element of chance
la
in a
camiseta.
tough competition, but my goodness, they've taken the
Campeones.
risk with the smooth.
Nos hemos
And
llevado
now
el título.
They savor the moment. And this is really special, getting to celebrate in front of your own fans, Lee.
Well, it's giving something back. These fans have travelled all over the place following their team. Now they get to join in the celebrations, go into the crowd and give them the cup. That's what I say.
Well, then it might never find its way to the trophy cabinet, Lee.
Campeones, campeones.
Well, all that hard work along the way in this tournament all comes together at the end when you pick the trophy up. Just look at them celebrating. A brilliant moment.
Hard work indeed, Lee. The trophy now
Torre
in
County
their possession.
campeones. Bueno, pues ahora nos llega la otra final. Nos llega la otra gran final. Tenemos la gran final de la Champions League. Partido ante el Paris Saint-Germain. Vamos allá. La gran final de la Champions. Connor Davis, Devine y Murphy. Devine y Murphy. Chao, adiós, muy buenas. Son están aquí con exigencias. No. Pues vamos a por el último partido para acabar este modo carrera. El único cambio va a ser lo típico, que entre ida. Vamos allá.
The wait is over. There are few
La gran final de la
bigger days on the football
Champions.
calendar than Champions League final day. Fans are beginning to pour into the stadium and the tension is palpable. Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live on EA TV. It is something very special indeed to make it to a UEFA Champions League final. Now these two teams intent upon tasting glory.
Buena.
Welcome to the showpiece
Ahí
event
está la
on the
orejona.
European club calendar. Derek Ray here on the commentary position, joined tonight for live coverage by the former Arsenal and England fullback Lee Dixon. It's Derby County against Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, I'm so excited for the players. We see them coming out there. Excited because
Suena el
of
himno
what
de la
they've got ahead
Champions.
of them. Are they nervous? Looking at them closely in the eyes. Nerves play a big part in games like this, Derek. I'm nervous for them. Who's going to be the hero?
Uf, está Mbappé.
And this is it.
Vamos a ver el 11 del Paris Saint-Germain. El Paris Saint-Germain que saldrá con Keylor Navas en portería, defensa Lucas Hernández, Marquinhos, Felipe y Dumfries, centro del campo para Verratti y Kovacic, y arriba Rashica, Talisca, Mbappé y Goncalves. Vamos allá, arranca el partido y la gran final para decidir quién se llevará la orejona.
It's going to be fascinating to see what happens tonight.
Well, it is. It's the big part here. It will be after the game. But as players, it's very difficult to try and stay in the moment and not get carried away. And that's the job of the senior players.
Sabemos cómo juega el equipo de Rooney.
The coach. Look around your team. See the calm ones. Have a word with them. Get them to pass the message on. Stick to the game plan. Go out and win the game.
Que este no va a ser el Ajax, ¿eh?
Introducing the Paris Saint-Germain starters. Keylor Navas starts in goal. Mateo Kovacic starts alongside Marco Verratti in the engine room. And so many different ways to configure an attack. In this case, there'll be two men up front. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Considerable pre-match focus on Dries Mertens, and the rumours have been confirmed. He's elected to end his illustrious...
Sobre todo cuidado Mbappé, tío.
Mbappé! What a save!
Sobre todo cuidado Mbappé.
Well, you have to be alive from the first whistle in football, and the goalkeeper was certainly alive there.
Real danger. Graham Shinney. Well, it was a very good-looking move, but alas, no end product. Pedro Gonçalves. Anderson Talisca. And Felipe with it. PSG looking dangerous. Excellent passing. Mbappé. Really good at... Oh, in with a chance! Making sure nothing untoward happened. Superb tackle. Read it superbly to take back possession.
Nosotros vamos a tener la nuestra, ¿eh?
The referee spotted the infringement, and it will be a free kick in a position of genuine menace. Can they stop it going in?
Bien, vámonos.
That's a splendid piece of challenging. And attempting
Buenísima.
the through ball.
Parrot.
And he could cash in. Takes the shot.
¡Vamos, coño!
First goal in this
Es lo que digo,
season's
íbamos a tenerla.
Champions League final.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a lovely through ball to set up the chance. And he had choices of what type of finish to apply. And bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal.
The opening goal of the game then.
Vamos a tener Parrot. Montamos ahí, bien.
Graham Shinney. It's with Lawrence.
No hay nadie baja, coño. Es que no bajan.
Tackle. Dumfries.
Buenísima.
Pressure high up the pitch.
Están fuera de juego.
Great
Creo.
chance.
Sí.
Oh, offside.
Anulado el segundo gol de Parrot.
But the flag is raised.
Sigue ganando el Derby County el Paris Saint-Germain. Tiene el Tom Lawrence.
An
Perdió el
authoritative
capitán.
challenge.
Well, as we can see from the stats, PSG enjoying the bulk of possession here. But after that, it's been disappointing. I'd like to see them use those wide areas around the defence. Get around them as opposed to trying to go through the middle.
Intercepting it intelligently. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity.
Bielik.
Oh, no stopping him. It should be.
¡Qué hijo de mil!
It's off the keeper.
¡Qué paradón se acaba de mandar! Puñetero Keylor.
Lawrence. Christian Bielik.
¡Juégale!
Excellent block.
¡Qué paradón se
And
mandó
the
en la línea,
electronic board showing one additional minute.
Nos vamos al descanso. Gana el Derby County por la mínima 1-0 gracias al gol de Parrot. Venga, venga, segunda parte.
Into the second half then in this battle for Champions League glory.
Vamos a 45 minutos de ganar el doblete y de llevarnos una Champions que... ¿Quién diría que nos la podríamos llevar?
Oh, what's he gone and done?
Después de la fase de grupo que nos había tocado. Parrot. Keylor vuelve a evitar el gol.
To push that away from danger. Felipe. Here's Mbappe. Well, let's see if something comes of this. Running with the ball confidently.
Bien visto, muy bien.
Well, getting right on top of their opponents and winning it back.
Buenísima Wisdom.
That's well blocked.
Bueno para Knight.
Knight
para
Bird.
Bird.
He's got space.
En la central remata. Fuera. Corner. Se va Bielik, entra Styles.
There has been plenty of limbering up from substitutes, and now both sides will make personnel switches. Graham Shinney. Offside.
Fuera de juego.
And 30 minutes left for play in this match. And attempting
¿Qué pasa, Parrot?
just unable to take advantage of that developing situation.
Parrot está con muchísimo peligro, ¿eh?
Rashica. Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Superb block on the back of the ball from the flank. Byrne.
Tiene Styles. Mierda, me equivoqué.
Oh, he's given the ball away. And forward this time goes Neymar with options aplenty. And the referee has decided to award the free kick to PSG. Just can't get it past the wall. Well, the timing was perfect. Ball one. Well, it's come down to the final 20 minutes here. Can he convert?
Uf, entró Neymar,
Shinny. Well, he was in the right place to intercept. Dumfries. Mbappe. Pass over the top in Neymar's direction.
Uf.
Well, that's really
Bien, Goodman, muy bien. Ya queda poco. Vamos a hacer cambios. Feeling again.
Not letting the opposition have any scraps.
Balón no sale, en serio.
Well, options at the back post here. Superb volley, but
Uf,
the woodwork gets in
Mbappé,
the way.
niño.
Well, it's so difficult to get that on target, and he so nearly did.
11 minutos para acabar el partido. El equipo de Wayne Rooney, por ahora, bien, sufriendo un poco, pero bien.
Graham Shinny. Buchanan. Lawrence. Oh, a perfectly timed
Styles.
pass.
¡Oh, qué buena, qué buena, qué buena, qué buena, qué buena! Lauren. Tenía que marcar él. Marca el capitán. Y se corona Lawrence.
Well, look at this again. It's all about being in the right place at the right time. And from that sort of range, there's only one winner.
Tom Lawrence. Séptimo gol en la Champions.
Well, a second goal for them here.
Buena. Bueno, para Parrot.
An attack full of promise.
Shine.
Graham Shinny.
Styles.
Tom Lawrence.
Maneja bien el balón el Derby County.
Can they get in behind them? Could be.
Fuera de
Oh,
juego.
tight offside decision, but the flag
Esto
does
se va a
go
acabar. Esto se va a acabar y se va a acabar este modo carrera después de 4
Rounding up all the
temporadas.
stoppages, we will have 2 extra minutes.
Veremos si en un futuro volveremos con él. Quién
The
sabe.
attacking options appear
Esa
plentiful.
espinita de no ganar la Premier. Me queda eso.
It's there for him. Tenacious
Me queda esa
tackling.
espinita de ganar la
Excellent
Premier.
defending there.
Sí, señores, campeones de la Champions.
Has been settled. One team crestfallen, the other jubilantly.
Well, there's winners and there's always
Uy.
losers. Fine margins between the two.
Derby
Expectation
County,
wins nothing,
Derby
Derek. Gotta go out there
County.
and seize the moment.
But for these players, well, it's the night of their lives. And they're determined to enjoy
Súper feliz
every
con este equipo.
millisecond.
Me ha
Well, you
encantado
have
hacer
to
este
enjoy
modo
it because
carrera.
it passes so quickly.
Campeones.
And they know what
Coño,
comes
se me cae.
next, the presentation of the cup with the big ears.
Nah, se
Well,
cae.
you just think how many games they've played this season as well. All that's in the past now. The game that's just
Es una
happened
locura lo que
was the
hicimos.
most important one.
They're all poised. The Champions League winners.
Campeones, sí señor.
And you can feel the emotion. It's natural to reflect on this final, but so much hard work has gone into the entire campaign. Memories, memories.
Well, this is the moment I love, sharing it with the fans. The ticker tape's coming down, the families in the stand, giving them all a wave. Well, they've travelled all over Europe watching this team. Now they get to share in this moment. Fantastic.
Well, it took fire as well as ice on the pitch.
Well, you never know when these moments are going to come along, Derek, in your career. Absolutely relish them with your teammates.
No question about that. There we have it. The
Campeones de la
champions
UEFA
of Europe.
Champions League. Y lo dicho, ya después de esto ponemos punto y final a este modo carrera. Modo carrera que, bueno, ahora vamos a hacer un repaso un poco, pero nos ha ido muy bien. Bastante bien de lo que esperaba. Porque ha sido un modo carrera en el que hemos tenido más o menos casi la misma estructura del equipo desde que comenzamos. Jugadores como Lawrence, Shine, Wisdom, Josiak, Knight, Brian, Wisdom, Buchanan, Lawrence, son casi todos los mismos del principio del modo carrera. Entonces los hemos visto crecer bastante. Vamos a ver un poco las medias ahora mismo. Pero es que, bueno, Goodman fue nuevo al llegar y 84 de media, ha subido 4 esta temporada. Marshall se retira, bueno, no se retira, no, ahí sigue, con 39 años, ha bajado 7 de media, pero portero que a mí no me ha terminado de convencer. Después tenemos a Buchanan, 4 de media subió. Bueno, William llegó hace poquito, ha subido 2. Biston ha subido 1 con 31 años. Tanganga, un fichajazo increíble, 82 de media, ha subido 3. Clark, que volvió, al principio estuvo con nosotros y volvió para terminar un poco el modo carrera, no ha jugado mucho, ha subido 1. Mengi estuvo cedido en la vida real y bueno, por eso lo fiché. Ha subido 1. Brian, con 31 años, brutal por ese lateral derecho, ha subido 2 de media. Lair lo hizo bastante bien para ser suplente. Josiak ha subido 3, brutal lo del polaco. Galvach, bueno, no lo llegamos a probar porque era muy joven. Styles, increíble para venir como suplente, ha crecido mucho. Bert no ha tenido la suerte de ser titular por el hecho de los jugadores que tenía por delante, que eran un poquito mejor que él, pero ha crecido. Shine, increíble, 80 de media, ha subido 1. Bielik lo mismo, con la edad que tiene, 26 años, pensaba que era más mayor. Sibley, para ser suplente, y la putada es que Lawrence lo ha hecho muchísimo, muy bien. Pero ahí está, con sus 76 de media, 22 años, ha subido 2. Dolan lo ha hecho bien. Tom Lawrence, ¿qué vamos a decir de Lawrence? ¿Qué vamos a decir de Lawrence, que es nuestro mejor jugador, la estrella de este equipo? 30 años el galés. Y es que ya tan solo las estadísticas, ha jugado 60 partidos, 33 goles, 3 asistencias. Esta temporada ha marcado 10 en la Emirates FA Cup, 2 en la Carabao, 14 en la Premier, 7 en la Champions. ¿Qué vamos a decir de este chico? Después tenemos a Nelson, que bueno, no lo ha hecho mal. Knight, que cogió la titularidad después de la marcha de Ibe, ha subido 2. Y Da, que bueno, lo ha hecho bastante bien. Campbell, que bueno, Balogun bastante bien lo ha hecho. Y Parrot, que lo ha hecho muy bien, ha subido 4 de media con 22 años, así que muy guay. Y después era Ibe, el otro era Ibe. El otro era Ibe, que fue el que estuvo con nosotros. Jordan Ibe, que se fue al Niza, es verdad. Se fue al Niza y bueno, no sé cómo habrá quedado él. Pero bueno, vamos a hacer un repaso rápido a la carrera que hemos conseguido. Hemos estado un total de... A ver, ¿dónde está esto aquí? Es que empezamos temporada 2020-2021. Luchamos por el ascenso. Conseguimos el ascenso. conseguimos el ascenso y primeros. O sea que este no ha sido el primer título. Este fue el primero. Conseguimos el ascenso. En 54 partidos ganamos 39 y 6 empates y perdimos 9. Segunda temporada. Acabamos en la clasificación séptimos. Bastante bien. 47 partidos, 21 goles, 21 victorias, 11 empates. 47 partidos, 21 victorias, 11 empates y 15 derrotas. 71 goles a favor, 61 en contra. Ahí, bueno, era nuestra primera temporada en la Premier. Y fichamos a Goodman por 10 millones. Tercera temporada, acabamos en el puesto tercero. Fue la marcha de Ibe, el mayor traspaso. 9.200.000. Traímos a Tanganga por 15 millones. ¿Y cuánto tiene Tanganga ahora de valor? Brutal. Conseguimos 48 partidos, terceros clasificados, 26 victorias, 2 empates, 10 derrotas, 87 goles a favor, 42 en contra. La cuarta temporada en el que conseguimos, bueno, ahora acabamos cuartos, pero es que conseguimos el mayor traspaso que hemos hecho, 32 millones por Nelson. Vendimos a Braithwaite por 7 millones, 66 partidos, 36 victorias, 17 empates, 13 derrotas, 108 goles a favor y 62 en contra. Eso fue sobre todo en defensa. En defensa nos ha ido muy bien. Y en total ha sido un total de el récord de traspaso 32 millones, ganancias 5 millones. Claro, porque tampoco vendimos tanto. En total llevamos unos 215 partidos, 122 victorias, 46 empates, 47 derrotas, 370 goles y 218 en contra. Así que nos ha ido bastante bien. Y nada, esto es todo. Esto es todo por lo que quería comentar. Así que nada, aquí ponemos fin a este modo carrera, que nos ha ido muy bien. Y nada, ya volveremos pronto con el modo carrera que empecemos con el FIFA 22. Ya veremos con cuál. Tengo algunos así pensados, así que nada. Como siempre digo, si me estás viendo desde YouTube, dale like, suscríbete, activa la campanita. Y si me estás viendo desde Twitch, si me quedas gratis. Y nos veremos mañana o dentro de un tiempo con más. Adiós.